Hi there and welcome back. The topic I'd like to discuss this week is very important, especially on bokharas, but this does go for all breeds of fancy pigeon, and the more extreme breed they are, the more important feather quality is. So this is going to be this week's subject. It's going to be about feather quality, the different types of feather: hard feather, soft feather, long feather, short feather, wide feather, good feather quality and poor feather quality. We're going to discuss that in this upcoming video. We'll show you a few birds, and we'll also show you the feather broke down for a closer examination. So next part of the video will be the birds, and then we'll show you some feathers. Right, so this is the first one I'm going to show you. This is a blue check cock. Now this feather here is the type of feather that I'm wanting on my birds. This is what I consider to be good quality feather, length of feather and wealth of feather. And this is what I like to see. Nice thickness in the neck. Good quality hard feather. As you can see, they're nice and broad, nice and wide, nice and dense. So this is the same type of feather, not as abundant on a red bird, but still again shows nice hard feather, forms the cup. Nice wealth of feather. Again, very hard feather, but this is more like the wild type feather. So this is very short in the feather, although the quality of feather is really good. The quality of feather is really good. She has very short in feather. Right, for me, although this bird has hard feathers quite good in the main area and in the back of the shell, the feather in there is way too soft and way too fine. So this is the fine feather we talk about. For me, it's very fine, very weak feather, not what you're looking for. And again, in this black bottle hen, she has nice good quality of feather, has length of feather, and does have the thickness of feather, but I would like to see her feather more wider. Just thought I'd add, before we move on to the next section, with different types of feathers, do not underestimate feather quality and how important it is in the trumpeter breed, especially the bokharas. Combining hard feather and soft feather onto a bird, it's very difficult, and it's very important. It's never not a thing to be overlooked. So please take this very seriously. Okay, so what I've did is I've gotten 3 or 4 different types of feather of a variety of different birds, and we've taped it up on a chart. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the different types of feather that you can get. So this is what we would class as hard feather, good quality feather. This is short, hard feather. This is from a racing pigeon, so that gives you an idea of what you're dealing with here. Now obviously feather quality is paramount in all breeds of pigeon, and we have good quality feather and bad quality feather. Right, so this is from a blue hen, and all these feathers are taken from exactly the same place. They're all taken from the top of the shell where the mane starts. This is where I find right in the center. So this is where you need to be taking the feather from. So this is what we class as hard feather on blue based birds. Short hard feather to start with. Then we've got hard, what I class as square feather. So this is a good quality feather. So it's nice and wide, nice and square, nice and thick, all the filaments on it. And then we have white feather. Now white feather is a totally different thing altogether. To get the hardness of feather on the white is something that's really difficult, but he's a prime example. So he would be classed as some very good quality hard white feather, nice and thick, nice and broad. And this would be classed as some long, soft,
narrow feather, and this is one of them single feathers on their own. Alright, so that's basically covers the hard feather. Now we're going to go in and see some soft feather. Same again, like I said, all this feather is taken from exactly the same area. Now these feathers are a lot softer in feather, a lot longer. Still not bad feather quality, although this black feather on the left hand side isn't too clever. Now this is what we class as fine feather. So for me it has the length, but it's a bit too narrow. And then to compensate for that, so you've seen all the other different types of feather quality, and then this would be poor feather quality. Now a lot of birds, when you pick them up, especially in the shell area, this feather goes hand in hand. So this is the type of feather that we don't want on the birds, this fine feather, and this short, narrow, poor quality feather. Lacks filamentation, lacks density, lacks hardness of feather. This is the same. Really what we need on a bokhara is this type of feather. So we need the feather to be thick, wide and dense. Same again. So there's two good examples. Although this has length of feather, it doesn't have the quality of feather that's needed. So this would be very soft. See the two differences there. Back up again. This is very important, especially when you're pairing your birds, because the last thing you need to do is put feather quality that's too soft together, too sparse, because then you'll get a breakdown in the feather. Ideally, this is the type of feather you need to be looking for when you're pairing your birds. And ideally, you need to blend this feathering with a softer length of feather. So we want a soft feather on the body and a hard feather in the crest and the rose area. This white feather in this hen here, this is off that white shell crested hen. You know, obviously the reason I kept it back for is for a feather quality. She has outstanding feather quality for a white. And this red, it's from a young cock from last year. And this is from, sorry, this bit far. And this is also from a red. I've videoed this red quite a few times. This red has a nice cup shell on it. Right, hope that's giving you a little bit of a idea about feather and the different types. You definitely need to take notice of it when you're pairing your birds. Combining feather is the key. Try to stay away from birds that are too soft in feather, and equally birds that are too hard in feather as well. Although we want hard feather, once the feather gets hard, the length of it drops. So we need to, what we're looking for in this breed is a combination of the feather length with width and quality. So bear in mind these are all shell feathers. Right, okay. Hope this has been of some help to you. Until next time, take care and bye.
People who stayed around to the end, thank you very much. And I'd just like to emphasise how important feather quality is. It's really, really, really important. Do not underestimate the importance of quality feather. If you want them nice, smooth, thick, round, large roses, and you want them big, huge cup, wrapping shells, profuse feathered, nice round bodies, feather quality is the key. It's the singular most important feature on the breed, in my opinion, and it's definitely something that needs to be taken into more consideration. Right, until next time, take care and bye.